Alright, there's our next inbound right there. That is RPC 7772 Philippine 112. And my fucking radio, I guess we're not going to have ATC audio today because it is just not working today. It is not working for me. Nothing but static in between calls. And I've tried everything, I've tried it all, and nothing's working. Squelch is all the way up. I hear you barking, big dog, but that's just not what's going on there. Ooh, watch it now. Alright, let's have a look at November 537 Alaska. Check that baby out. Inbound from Seattle as Alaska 1246. Who doesn't absolutely adore that video? Who doesn't absolutely adore that livery, rather, video? I know you're not adoring the video because I bounce and jerking around too much, too hard. 9:55 Whiskey November now inbound from San Francisco. Southwest 1218. I'm sure you recognize that one. Oops. It is amateur hour here at LAX at the H Hotel. It seems like par for the course when I'm shooting, isn't it? 392 DA inbound from Seattle. Man, lots of Seattles today, huh? This is a place that everyone likes to go. It's a place I know I wish I was at because you know what? I'm so sick and tired of summer temperatures. You know, I really want some cool temperatures. Do you see what I see? Looks like it's one of them big dogs. Ah, look who that is. We'll be catching them here coming in very, very shortly. All right. 378 Frontier now coming for landing. 378 Frontier coming from Sacramento as Frontier Flight 3316. Not a breath of wind here at LAX. And you know what that means? It means I'm sweating a mite. Got my black jacket on, the sun is blazing, and I'll tell you what, I'd rather be in that hot Phoenix sun with a breeze going than being here right now. There's no wind. Frontier with a nice touchdown in their 320 Neo. Well done. Welcome to the city of devils. I don't see any angels around here, do you? Do you? Oh, here she is. All right, Hotel Lima 7626 now. Asiana 204 daily arrival from Seoul, South Korea. How long is that journey, you ask? Well, so far they've been airborne for 10 hours and 28 minutes, covering 5,210 nautical miles. How will you do that, you ask? That's a whole different story now, isn't it? And only one that time will tell. Ooh, look at that pitch down. That classifies as some good action. Imagine having to pitch down to A380 like that on short final. Well, we're not that short final yet, but for this bird, anything below 500 I call short final. Am I wrong? And there is the effortless touchdown. Very nice. And there's my favorite part right there. No fucking body, just brought the nose right down and get her stopped. That's how we do it. No monkeying around with that aerodynamic brake, and not with a plane like this. You get the nose down, you get her stopped, and you get the hell out to the hotel. Next up now. Alright, we got 926 D's, as in Doe's Nuts. Inbound from Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina as Delta Airlines Flight 462. Delta Airlines operating their 737-900, and again, I've asked this before, but can someone tell me why Delta Airlines never bothered to get any MAX jets? All right, they never bothered to order any of those 737 MAXs, and they also never ordered a Dreamliner. Did Delta Airlines know something we didn't know? Haha, there's a trivia conspiracy theory. Why did Delta avoid the MAX and the Dreamliner? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? All right, it's November 7/8, 361. And it's your turn to shine, my friends. All right, coming inbound from Boise, Idaho, SkyWest 4730. We got a Delta Airlines in November 177 DN 767 about to take the runway. It's probably the tail right there. Yeah, there she is. All right, who might that be then? Well, we're going to call that one Delta Airlines Flight 958 over to JFK. There's a takeoff clearance. These 767s are fantastic airplanes. They've only had about maybe 3 or 4 engine failures a piece on average. But look at the tail, dude. I'll never understand why they just let. What is that? Is that hydraulic fluid? Is that bird shit? No, but listen. I always see those things. Whenever they go to, I see them in Honolulu. Always so flippin' dirty. All right, November 177 DN. Please make it to JFK one piece. All right. That is all that I ask. Can they do that? I believe they can. All right. Successful rotation. Look at how dirty that tail is. Oh my goodness. Have you not heard of toilet paper? I know it's a weird concept, but come on. You gotta do better than that, my friends. Over at Delta Airlines. All right, now we got Hotel Lima 7619 inbound from Incheon, Seoul, South Korea. Korean 017 Super. The little A380 here. Looks like it could use a little bit of paint job. How will our friends do? Let's see. Yeah, I could definitely use it. The faded paint on the top there. It's got lots of mileage on it. Ooh, that's pretty nice. I'll call that a drama-free landing, which is not what we like, is it? But again, there is like zero wind here. It is just dead calm, boring. Who likes that? Alright, we got a few SkyWest to come inbound and a few smaller airplanes that are going to take off here, and I think I'm going to take me a little bit of a break after a show like that, right? Alright, look at that one there. That's Japan's 11 Kilo Zulu, Nippon Cargo 5103. And if nothing's really happening on this side, hopefully we'll catch that takeoff over there. Boeing 748, all pure freighter aircraft. That's never seen a passenger in a day of its life, and it never will. Pure freighter. Well, there's one I definitely wanted to see here. Alright, I've been looking for one of these to take off or land here, but here we go. And you might be familiar with the fact that United Airlines has recently announced that they will ditch all of their 757s. So capturing these is always going to be a treat for everybody. Okay, now on short final, we've got 984 JetBlue operating as flight 387 from Boston. Let's see that next. Actually, let's see that now. Here we are. Well, I think that's a very sad fact that, you know, the end of an era, I would say, for the Boeing 757, because that has proven to be one of the most capable aircraft platforms on the planet. And what did United say they're going to replace them with, you ask? Well, they're calling the Airbus A321neo a straight-up replacement for the Boeing 757. And that's got to hurt. That's really, really got to hurt Boeing right in the plums. It really has to. Because it sounds almost blasphemous, doesn't it? To say that your replacement is a 321neo. But honestly, I don't know what's more capable anymore, you know? Do you? Quiet Pratt & Whitney's. I wish I was on the other side of the engines because it sounds way better in front of them. But yeah, so when will Delta be next to verbalize the fact that these guys will be replacing their very aged 757 fleets? Look at the military. They keep their airplanes flying for decades after decades. And why can't airlines do the same thing? Insurance, perhaps? Ooh, who's that I see up there? That will be the next one. November 29, 968, Continental registration number, but it is a United Dreamliner. That will be next for runway 24 right action, yes. I finally got you, you fucking bastard. 337 QT coming up. .337 QT Trans Aero or AeroUnion. Finally got that thing. Ghost A330-300. Registered in America. Those fantastic CF6 engines. You were going to escape me this time, my friend, but yes, finally got it. Alright, this has to be 781 HA. I'm almost sure I haven't seen it yet, but it must be. Yes, alright. November 781 HA, Hawaiian number 3. Last time we captured her was in Honolulu, as she was throwing her gear down over Kalailoa. Remember that? And I'm sure there'll be somebody on the other side to capture her arrival. But here we are, taking off. We're here to show you the action. Right through the graffiti. Maximum focal length has been achieved on this beautiful 781 Hawaiian Airlines. Alright, there is a Southwest about to touch down, but you know what? The rules of precedence have changed. And we're operating to a beat of a different drum now. There is November 29968, I think it was, inbound from Narita. Will there be drama? Will there be magic? Let's see. Oh man, there is no drama today here, guys. When there's a wind like there's no wind out here, nothing. 5 knots of wind, that's all you get. Next up now, we got November 37536 inbound from San Francisco as United 1251. Now, will they bring us the drama when there is no wind? All right. That doesn't mean that landings are easier. When there's no wind, I think they're harder actually. So we'll check this out and find out what's what. Well, they're again drama-free. Yeah, well, look at what we got here. This is Arizona 1 livery. Something different finally, right? They're waiting for traffic off of the south side there, which happens to be a United Dreamliner on the South Complex taking off in the same direction. Except this Southwest is not going to Hong Kong though, of course. Right, so Arizona 1 operating as Southwest 1411 heading to San Jose, California. And is there a takeoff clearance? Let's watch the action now. All right, my friends, have a safe flight over to San Jose. Peace. All right, Delta 891 in November 808 DN, Nashville. Let's see how they do now, guys. It is warm, there is no wind, so there's no excuse for nothing but a buttery landing. And there you have it. Right on. All right, we got November 916 Delta Uniform, Salt Lake City here. Again, no winds, no drama, right? Let's see how they do. Will they follow their compatriots that just landed in front of them? Ooh, swing and a miss, yeah. And just a touch on the firm side. Beautiful. All right, this is Japan's 871 Alpha. On Nippon number 6, inbound from Narita. I wish just one or two of those clouds would come over the H Hotel and kind of mask us, but nope, nothing doing. That certainly is an inspirational livery, I'll tell you that much. Look at that. Oh my Lord. That's the kind that you don't even know when you're on the ground yet. You can't even feel that touchdown. A journey, 9 hours and 11 minutes has elapsed. 4,736 nautical miles. Welcome to Los Angeles. Next up now, Japan's 743 Juliet. Now, first 777 of the day. Japan Airlines flight number 16 from Haneda. Look at that beautiful livery there. Japan Airlines 16 covering a journey of 4,770 nautical miles. And again, the zero drama to be had on that touchdown there. Beautifully worked. Effortlessly completed. And they departed Haneda approximately 9 hours and 17 minutes ago. Well done. All right, look at this one, November 652 MK. Shining their beautiful paint job in from Portland, Oregon. I do like that gorgeous paint job. I don't know what the tail number means though, but somebody might tell us. Well played, good guys, well played. I think I might have misspoke. Let me have a look real fast. That one is November 652 MK from Medford. Horizon Flight 2017. That's who that was. Okay, I said Portland, but Medford. Welcome to LA. Let us take it back now to Air Premia. All right. Big, beautiful Dreamliner. Now, we just watched SkyWest take off right before this one, and we were commenting about how loud the engines were on the CF-34s on the E175 there. And that we're guessing that the Embraer is going to be an actually louder takeoff than this 787 here. And I definitely want to be able to compare the two. But I think they're onto something. I think that's the case. I think that's what happens when you have those older, less of a bypass turbofan engines versus this guy who's just been given his takeoff clearance. That is the result, because this one has a massive 12-to-1 bypass ratio. All right, this is Hotel Lima 8389. Off you go to Seoul, Incheon, South Korea. When I first saw this airline, I thought it was a European airline based off its name. I had no clue it was a Korean carrier. I thought it was Italian or something like that, but no. Nope, definitely not Italian. Right, I'll take a piece. Another quick show of this one, 537 Alpha Sierra, now probably heading back to Seattle. Yes, they are. That'll be flight 1219 back to Seattle. Oh, what's that yellow nose they got? Did they borrow that from Spirit Airlines? Of course not. All right, it's the Japan's 841 Juliet now. It is inbound from Narita. That's Japan 062 Heavy coming in. Will there be drama? Ooh, it's coming down fast, but they saved it with the thrust. So that's a good thing. If the airplane's coming down fast, don't bring the thrust back like you normally would. Just leave the thrust in, and once you get the ground effect, the thrust will push it forward and therefore cushion the fall. And that's a great technique rather than pulling up and hoping for the best. All right, this will be the next for takeoff, through this lens at least. And they've just been given clearance to line up and wait for Zippy, number 23, in Japan's 851 Juliet. ZipAir, of course, is probably a spin-off for a low-cost carrier. I want to say it's either owned by Japan Airlines or ANA. I'm not too certain, but don't quote me on that. I think it's just a spin-off of one of those two carriers. I must say, though, the fantastic looking livery, though. It's got a classic look to a very modern aircraft and a modernistic tail livery. Suits it rather well. I do like that. There is their takeoff clearance, my friends. Japan's 851 Juliet now on takeoff roll. Whilst WestJet's Canadian Foxtrot November Whiskey Delta will touch down on the inboard or the outboard as WestJet 1510 from Calgary. Might we get two for action here? Let's have a look and find out. It's very possible. Nope. We'll get the touchdown, then we'll come right back to Zippy 23 Heavy. Right on, off they go. Alright, let's check out 472 Mike Charlie now. The Queen of the Skies reigns true. They're heading over to Incheon as well. Right behind ZipAir 23. Over the gear up. Right on. Up, we got November 57 855 as a United 2377 inbound from Chicago here. Is it the Flying Pencil? Looks like it might be. And if it is, it's probably going to head on out to Kona after this. We might have spotted this aircraft in Kona before, actually. All right, and once again, United has announced that the end of the life of these aircraft has been written. They are finite. They will be gone soon. And by the way, this is a 300 model. There was only ever 55 of these ever produced. Did you know that? That's it. So when those are gone, that's it. That's the end of an era altogether. How about that one? Next is November 178 Delta November. There's a takeoff clearance. Oh no, it's line up and wait clearance. And look at this guy, all right? Delta Airlines flight 951 heavy. 33 fucking year old airplane. Sorry, I know. 33 years old. Can you imagine the history? Can you imagine if that airplane's got about what, 280 seats? I'm not sure. But can you imagine the history on that thing? 33 years of service. At least the tail on this one is not as dirty as the 177 DN was, but maybe this has had recent maintenance performed on it. But look at that. 33 years old. Let's see all the data that we have coming down here and what this aircraft has been through in the past. Now, the other day I was in Victorville and I saw the 757 November 624 Alpha Golf parked and all but scrapped at the logistics airport of Southern California in Victorville. And I distinctly, here I'll post a picture of it right here, or at least of the tail. But what I recall the most is this airplane was different from all the other 757s in that it had a different flooring in the cockpit. How do I remember dumb stuff like that? I don't know, but I'm sure this 767 here is not long for the same fate. At 33 years of continuous operation, it can only last for so long. All right, that is their takeoff clearance. All right, the old baby. Something that was made in a time where Boeing was a good aircraft company is now on takeoff roll for the transcontinental flight over to, ooh, speak of the devil. Will they reject? So another speak of the devil moment as a 300, one of 55 only made, right? Only 55 of these made. Former Northwest Airlines bird for you. And this is 584 Northwest Delta Airlines flight 528 over to Atlanta Hartsfield. We'll be given their takeoff clearance here shortly. Does it have a dirty tail as well? Is this just like an old Boeing thing or what? But yeah, who really knows, right? Delta has not announced the retirement of these aircraft yet, so that's a good thing. I like that. This is a newer one. It's probably one of the newest 75s ever made at 21 years old. Pick it up here on takeoff roll. There it is. There we go now. Clear. Ooh, look at all the smoke. Massive smoke being emitted there. got Southwest touching down. That is of no consequence. So we've given them very much love here recently, haven't we? Ooh, what's that pitch down? It would appear as though the left engine, or the right engine, is smoking quite a bit more than the left side. Will it fail? I hope not. 14106 now. And their weird livery heading over to Hawaii. Very nice. Alright, this is now 14001, United 38 Heavy inbound from Haneda. Up short a bit, no big deal. Right on, right into the zone. 1,500 feet or so down the runway, which is ideal. Alright, let's pick up that 1502, which is 757. Another 300 model. Love that. It's got a clean tail, this one. Fantastic. And there's November 14001, holding short of 24 left. That thing is getting it. Look at that thing climb. Holy shit. Talk about getting it. That was a rather aggressive pitch up, wasn't it? I'll keep watching that one for a second. Alright, this is Canadian's Foxtrot SOC, Sierra Oscar Charlie. Coming in, dragging it in on the low side of the glide slope there. Low riding, I like that. Keep thrusting a little bit longer. Don't cheat the landing. Alright, it's Delta 504 just got their landing clearance. This is November 512 Delta Echo inbound from Orlando, Florida. Hey, that's where a couple of friends of mine are right now. I wonder who they might be. I wonder who let me use the hotel room. Who might that be? Full detail coming into view now. Finally, the radio decided to start cooperating with me. Alright. Next one we got coming in is going to be, Papa Hotel Bravo Kilo Alpha. Alright. KLM 601 Heavy. Can you guess where they're coming in from? Let's have a look at that instead of these blokes. That's more like it. Look at that livery.
Hold short runway 24 left at Victor. Hold short 24 left at Victor. 04. American 43, 4 right. 43, LA Chapter, caution by turbulence, heavy Dreamliner short final. The wind is 22010, runway 24 right.
That's the heavy Dreamliner on short final, I reckon.
Copy, wait, Dreamliner, American 43. 413, the wind 22010, on that bell rate, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff. On that bell rate.
All right, the moment of truth. Here we go. Here we go. How will it be? Ooh, yeah. It was not bad. That was a fantastic landing. All right, there's a takeoff clearance for November 183 Alpha Mike to Mexico City.
American 943, no need to respond, but additionally caution material heavy Dreamliner departing parallel.
He responded anyway. I don't know. Whenever they say no need to respond, we always say something or click the mic or do something. It's hard to not just acknowledge. It's very unnatural not to acknowledge a radio transmission.
413 SoCal 243. American 171, LA Chapter 1 to the wind 23011, runway 24 right, good one.
A 5-4? A 5-4?
Victor Cross 24 left, 165, Delta 504. KLM 601 heavy at Whiskey Cross 124 left, contact ground 0.65.
Who is this?
Jamaica 647 heavy contact, so kind of departure, good day. Contact departure, I'll leave 647.
Fantastic work, my friends. Alright, 108 negative Nancy now. Transcon service from JFK. It still baffles me that they run these between LA and New York with only 102 seats. Whereas that Delta 76 that took off has nearly 300 seats on it. Alright, show off. Get the nose down and done. Alright, there we go. Turkish 9 heavy. 9 Mike Tango heavy, or whatever the hell that was. The Jizzy plane, the Jazzy plane, TC JJZ. However you like to say that. A little bit of pitching and rolling action happening. We always love that.
EVA 005 heavy, hold short runway 24 left and left, ready? 102 left, ready.
Always interesting to see that happen when, from our perception, there's no wind. But obviously they're battling something there, and there's a touchdown.
Omega 171 and Victor Cross, 24 left, ground 0.65, good day. On that fairway, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff, long 24 left, EVA 005.
Alright, that's the takeoff clearance for EVA 005 Heavy. They're operated in Beijing's 16715. When we get a little bit of 2 for action on the parallel, we'll see. That's an awesome livery on JetBlue plane there by the one wheel, love it. There's a Hispanic Continental Airlines, Copa, or the Panamanian Continental Airlines. They've had a livery for God knows how long. I always think of Continental when I see the Copa Airlines livery.
323 at Victor, hold short, runway 24 left. At Victor, short. 1170, visual 24 right. Southwest 1170, good afternoon. You're 3 miles trail traffic ahead, currently showing a 30 knot overtake, the wind 230.
Southwest was running up somebody's ass.
24 clear wind, wind float all the way up 1170.
Ooh, that's...
323, Victor Crosswind 24.
Might have to choose a different flap setting there, buddy. Alright, EVA 005. See ya. November 535 DN. Delta Airlines 2769 inbound from Seattle, Washington. And their lovely 321 Neo. I can definitely use some of that masking right now on my leg as I'm being baked by the sunshine. Ooh, nice. Finally I get a little bit of something that I've been looking for. And that was a nice firm touchdown. Could be worse, could be better. Either way, not a big deal. Now this one's Delta 2975 had a 60 knot overtake on the preceding aircraft here a few minutes ago. And they were told to slow the fuck down. This is November 3734 Bravo. Portland, Oregon. 60 knot overtake, no big deal. I've heard Southwest with an 80 knot overtake once. And we're trying to wonder, how could they have 80 knots above the guy on final? It seemed kind of sketchy, but oh well. In the cockpit, we've got all the tools to see who's in front of us and how far they are. Get the relative airspeed or speed difference as well, but some people don't see past their noses, I hear. I won't say any names, Delta. Alright, that one there.
479 heavy, the wind 24013, gun 22, RNAV Del Rey, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
Alright, LATAM 2479 heavy. It's not a thing we see every day here when they have a Boeing 767. I said they have vastly moved away from this aircraft and more into the Dreamliners and stuff. So it's always a treat to see a 767-300 for LATAM operating here. And they are headed to, of course, Lima, Peru, and Charlie X-Ray Foxtrot. I wonder what the history of this airplane is. Perhaps it's been LATAM the whole time. Perhaps they got it from American, who knows? Short final for 2-4 right now is 37,523. Pitching down. You never want to pitch down on short final, guys. If that's in fact what they did, it could have been an optical illusion on my part.
United 97 at Victor, crossway 24 left, ground point 65 minutes. Cross 24 left, Victor, ground 65, United 1897. Asiana 201 Super, early time. Asiana 201 Super from Romeo, enter, or correction, 24, enter runway 24 left, back taxi, runway 24 left, and exit Romeo.
Alright, they've been cleared to backtrack onto runway 24 left.
Blackbird 24-7 on heavy contact, some kind of approach.
We'll catch them up here in a minute. Fantastic. Right, and so I'm fairly certain this is the one that we picked up landing here earlier that did somewhat a fine job that we observed pitched on slightly on final, short final there. Back to Seoul as Asiana 201, and earlier they were Asiana 204. No, HL7626. We've seen this plane a few times, I believe. Alright. What else is there to say? Well, how about we catch 7742 Bravo touchdown on 24 right? How bad can it be? How good will it be, rather? The Southwest, they are absolutely fucking fantastic at what they do most of the time. And that was a nice firm touchdown. We appreciate that very much. I'm sure I do. Asiana, looking mighty fantastic with your fat body on that runway. We don't want no narrow-bodied garbage. We want the meat on that bone. Let's go.
987 exit at Victor, cross 124 left, contact ground 165. Victor, left 24 left, and 165 left. Asiana 201 super taxi, echo to the full length, advise fully ready.
Alright, we'll pick them up here on takeoff roll. Can you notice the sheer size difference? Alright, HL 7626, I think I said it was, is now given a takeoff clearance. And they shall nigh be gone. And we've got on short final 9 Victor Sierra Whiskey Mike, which is Singapore 12 heavy. So we're going to try to catch both of these, not at the same time, of course. Indeed, very, very, very quiet departure. You can barely hear those engines producing tens of thousands of pounds of thrust rather. What's that about? Maybe 140,000 pounds of thrust per side. So 140 divided by both engines. What's 14 divided by 7? Oh, 2, what? 14 divided by 2, 7. 70,000 pounds each. Let's say the Asiana aircraft weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Well, if you put 1,000,000 pounds of thrust, then guess what you can do with that thing? You can go vertical with it. You wouldn't go up very far, but you can do it. Now, if you put 1,000,000 and 100,000 pounds of thrust, then you can go up at a certain rate. All right, enough of that. Let's get Singapore 12 in the Star Alliance livery here. Didn't we just watch one of these take off? This might be a grand finale at 380 departure and a 777 touchdown. From on top of the H Hotel, it's been a fan-flippin-tastic. But I think the sunshine is now telling me to fuck off. Because my leg looks nearly as red as a lobster. Could be worse.
Turn left on uniform, back taxi on runway 24 left and exit at Romeo. Left on uniform, back track on 24 left, vacate via Romeo, radius on 8.
Alright, they've been cleared to enter the runway and backtrack on it.
On the parallel.
I believe this will be the grand finale because there's always one more plane to catch, isn't there? It's never really cut and dry whenever us plane spotters say that's it, that's the last one. It never really is etched in stone, so to speak. They're not moving too quickly. We've got Frontier flights coming in from San Francisco, November 339 FR. We'll be able to pick them up as well before we capture Korean Air taking off here. So what'll it be? Alright, we've got nothing too much happening. Holy shit. I've been here all morning and really nothing much has happened. But we're gonna take this one and we're gonna like it, aren't we? Is this the one that came in earlier? Let's see what that is. It 7619? Is that what we see there? I can't see. Yes. So, man, what a fucking Rain Man memory. 7619. We watched it come in earlier, and I mentioned how it needed some TLC with the love, with the paint job rather. And all right, so we'll pick this one up here shortly. Definitely can't miss that one. But all right, let's pan back over now to a landing on 24 right. And that's going to be November 339 FR.
I had bought too many waters.
Oh, I love it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Good looking. Now you're the man.
Take it easy.
Hey, all right, take care. All right, have a good one. Excellent. Another fellow plane spotter just gave me a bottle of water here. That's very, very kind of him. You probably saw me sweating a mite.
That's 1172 out of tower. Traffic on the runway, take care of us. They're back taxiing the track. The only wind 23010 and 24 right. Clear to land. Clear to land, 24 right. Alaska 1172.
339 FR. How will you do, my friends? Will you shit the bed like Johnny Depp's ex? Nope, they won't do no such thing. All right, let's leave it there for a moment. I'm gonna pound this fucking water down. All right, we're gonna pick up Philippines 113 here. Off to Manila. We saw them watch. We watched them land earlier. Now they're heading on back out. God darn it, Philippines, man! I can get into so much trouble there. I'm not gonna say why or anything, but let's just say I have a weakness for Pacific Island women. Too much information for a fucking Turbojets channel. Come on. JA 871 Alpha shall be coming into view any second. All right, they're heading back to Narita. Flight number 5. I just missed the Korean A380 takeoff, by the way, because I fucking didn't press the button again. I do that shit all the time, dude. All the effing time. So, alright, well, 7619, Hotel Lima 7619. I'm sure you're having a good flight somewhere, not here, because we fucking didn't catch it. Alright, this is France's OTOA. I wonder where they're coming in from, guys. What a beautiful livery that one is. Got to love it. I say beautiful too much, don't I? Better than fuck. Or shit. And a marvelous touchdown. Very well, guys. Okay, good stuff.
We line up and wait runway 24 left.
We line up and wait. Yes, you do, please. Yes, you do, please. Do that, Air France. That is Foxtrot's Golf Sierra Quebec Alpha. Charles de Gaulle bound. Natürlich. Oh wait, that's German, isn't it? We're not speaking German now, are we? We'll catch you here on takeoff. Ooh, pitching down for a moment. Nice. Sometimes you just gotta give her what she needs, my friends. Sometimes you just gotta give her what she needs. And that usually works out for your favor, trust me. Get the nose down, there we go. Very nice. Still got Air France here waiting in position for unknown reasons. Right, takeoff clearance has been received, and let's now check it out. Away she goes with a big, beautiful Boeing 777-300.
Your 2264 light tower crash for German 22 for left line of away. 24 left line of away for your plane away. 753 cross 2 for left ground plane 65, see you later.
Excellent stuff, very good. Alright, I do believe we've got heavy approaching 24 right.
23 kilo heavy contact departure. Contact departure.
Who might that be? Let's see. We're going to have a heavy coming in here now. And I do believe it's Lufthansa. Yes, it is. Lufthansa 452 in Deutsche Amen. Hey, the other day we saw her in the air, very high in the sky. Remember that? Pointed up to her from Las Vegas when they were going back, making 457 to Munich. But now 452 to Munich. We're going to watch it coming in just a minute. All right, without further bollocking, here comes Deutsche Amen.
240.15.
Crisp, sharp details of the R5 Mark II. So we have to compromise which half of the airplane we want into the frame here. All right, give us some action, Lufty. Give us some action. Come on, don't flare. That was all right. Not too much action. All right, did I catch it? I better fucking have. I did. I just had a moment there with the Lufthansa.
Exit Romeo, make a left turn on Echo.
We just had a little bit of a communication breakdown there. They were uncertain about their taxi instructions, which is not typical for Lufthansa. Usually they get it on the first try. But today 457 is being made up with 748, not an A380 today. Which is all fine and well, of course. Next inbound for 24 right is Charlie, or Canadian, Golf Echo Papa, Golf. GE PG, Max 8 jet from Vancouver. Let's move to it now. Los Angeles backdrop still looks good. So that mascara that they put around the cockpit windows of these were obviously doesn't come from the shop that way. These were painted in by the Air Canada folk there. And again, what does it do? Well, painting around the edges of the cockpit windows, what it does is a couple of things. It how can I say this? It reduces the contrast between hot and cold from the environment inside which it's flying and the sun baking down on it. In other words, and of course the cockpit windows are all heated, right? They got heating elements that keep them very warm to avoid any icing on the entire window. So when you're flying in extreme cold temperatures and you've got hot, elements inside of glass trying to keep it from icing up, painting around it with a black color it mixes the temperatures better than if you don't have it. So functional mascara is what I call it. Reducing the contrast between temperatures, thereby prolonging the life and use of the glass itself. I'm sure there's other applications in engineering that use that same principle that we just don't pay attention to. Lufty, come on, you guys got to do better with your comprehension here, man. Your fucking communication skills. The tower had to tell them twice to line up and wait.
25014. Delta 457 Heavy RNAV, runway 25014, gust 20, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff. 4 left, clear takeoff.
Alright, Yankee Papa, let's do this. Deutschland, ABYP. I want to say it's a 3-man job today, not 4, but just 3. Majestic queen of the sky. And listen, I know there's plane spotters that say that the A380 is the king of the sky, and I'll say it again. That can't be, brother, because we still have the queen here, okay? You can't have a dual monarchy. It doesn't work. It's been tried before, and it doesn't happen in any dynasty or in any country or any kind of hierarchy situation. You can't have a dual monarchy. Since the queen is already there, has been dubbed the queen way before the advent of the A380, you can't just call the A380 the king of the skies because we've still got a queen. So until such time that the queen stops flying, the A380 is merely just a fat prince. See? It can maintain its royalty status, but it ain't gonna fucking king. And if you disagree with that, then let me know in the comments below, please. But you have no argument. But for the sake of our argument, you've got a great argument if you want to. Alright, Yankee Papa, let's go. Do not reject. Or if you want to, that's fine too. I approve. Because that is maximum drama. V1N rotates. They've reached their rotation speed. Probably reached their V2 speed now, which is a takeoff safety speed. The speed at which you can climb with the critical engine inoperative. I'm using a full frame sensor, which means I wish I had my 800 lens, but Canon is really having a backlog in delivering those things. Right, let's have a look at Frontier about to touch down here. It looks like a 21 Neo. Make sure you're watching this in 4K, or if you've made it this far, you probably should know by now. A bit of the wobbly stuff, but no big deal.
ITA A330 Heavy, thank you. RNAV Delray, 12516, gust 22, runway 24 left, clear for takeoff.
That is the takeoff plans for ITA Airways. Oh my lord. Holy shit, is that such a fantastic looking bird. Wow, bros. ITA 621, ITA Aero 621 Heavy with an Irish registered aircraft, Hotel Papa Alpha, as Ireland's Hotel Papa Alpha. It is funny how this is obviously an Italian airline, right? You can see it on the tail itself there, the colors of the Irish or of the Italian flag. But the aircraft is registered in Ireland. What gives? If you know the answer to that, let everyone else know in the comments below. I'm tired of telling everybody. Looking at that graffiti every shot is just a reminder of where you're at, brother. You are in LA, man. That's how it is. Can't no one have anything nice over here. All right, sign them off to departure tower. Let's go. ITA Aero 621, contact SoCal departure. See ya. I'm not cutting out until I hear those words from the tower.
Is there a 621 heavy? Connect SoCal departure today?
Right on. You know what I've just thought? How can I be here shooting at LAX on such a clear day like this and not give us a shot of the bloody Hollywood sign?
3427, RNAV Del Rey, 124.015, gust 22, runway 24 left for takeoff.
That is a travesty, but we're going to aim to fix that right now. Did you know that I grew up just about 5 minutes away from this thing and not in a nice part of town? Not 5 minutes, 5 miles. I was born on Sunset Boulevard. No, that's a true story, man. Long time ago. Been up to that sign many, many, many times. It's part of my childhood, and indeed it still is well into past my midlife adult years. I still go hiking over there every once in a while through Griffith Park. But enough about that bullshit, because now we're going to check out November 916 DU inbound from San Francisco as Delta Flight 2267, all right? No more reminiscing about my childhood. Nobody is here to watch it and learn about that. And if you are, yeah, need to get your head examined, mates.
Delta 3427, connect SoCal departure today. 3427, have a great day. Delta 465, RNAV Del Rey, 124.015, gust 22, runway 24 left clear for takeoff.
RNAV Del Rey, 24 left clear takeoff, Delta 46.
That's the one that's got clear for takeoff. Earlier, I was just sitting there at the chair, on a chair, rather, and I was like, "Oh, there's a United coming in to land." I was like, "Ah, fuck it, I've got plenty of United or 737s. Why even bother, you know?" They ended up doing a go around. And the guy I was sitting with, I was like, "You know what? See, that's why you should always take all the shots, even though if they're not interesting, because you never know when the drama's going to hit in full stride." And then, sure enough, I was looking at that thing. I said, they're too high. And of course, they went around at lower altitude, but they were over the runway when they initiated the go around, and they were super fucking high. So they did the right thing and just performed a go around. No big deal, right? That's the safe thing to do, rather than to salvage it from an unstable approach. Unstabilized approach means that the aircraft is not in a nominal position to land with the thrust up and the aircraft's trajectory in a normal range. It is outside of those safety envelope parameters, you know. And some airlines, you're not allowed to be that way below 1,000 feet, and some 500, but these guys were clearly close to the runway, and so they did the right thing and elected to go around. All right, we've got 767 on the pushback now. Let's give the ramp some love. This is November 1200 Kilo. We've seen this aircraft before. We've seen it in Hawaii, I believe, in Honolulu. But this is about the 8th or 9th aircraft leaving from LA to go to JFK today. See, American, this is how you do a transcon flight, all right? Not with a 102 seat Airbus. This is how you should do it. Take notes. I believe American has 15 Airbus A330s just sat in the desert, not doing anything. Put those to work. Dude, what are they thinking? Like, I don't know why it can't be that an airline cannot sway the feds or lobby the feds to allow a common type certificate between the 320 family and the 330 family, as they've got the exact same cockpit, all right? They did it with the 75 and the 76. Why can't they do it with the 330 and the 320? I don't understand it. Then they can push those aircraft back into service with the pilots that fly the 320, and that's that. You know, make some money. Those planes are just sitting in the desert. And then you've got all of these delays with heavy aircraft from Boeing and Airbus, when you got 15 or so just sat there in the desert, ready to make money. But of course, that's just a way beyond my pay grade. American 137 Heavy now. American 137 Heavy, inbound from London Heathrow. Operated in November 722 Alpha November. Come on, give me some drama, give me some drama, give me some drama. No, 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 not smooth, not smooth. Oh, what a lovely touchdown that was. Right, so that journey, how much was that? Let's see. 10 hours and 40 minutes elapsed with 4,741 nautical miles. Welcome, American 137 to LA. Welcome home. Next up is Beijing 16727. Operated by EVA 012 Heavy. A journey of 11 hours and 22 minutes has currently elapsed, covering 5,910 nautical miles. And look at the pitching happening about. Holy loveliness. Roll access, pitch access, you name it. Look at that wing flags, cheese and rice. I don't know if it's just me or what, but there's like zero wind where I'm standing. It could be, the logistics and the construction of this place. But that looked like it was battling some fierce winds. Let me look at what the weather currently says here at LAX. All right, presently here, okay, it says wind is 260 at 13, gusting to 19. So there's plenty of wind to be had down there. We're just not feeling it up here on top of the H Hotel. But wow, that was super cool. The deal is this, all right? It is a smoggy, smoky day out here in SoCal. And we're going to look at this here downtown Los Angeles. And we're going to listen to the engines of a 767, which happen to be CF6s, I think. Oh, fuck. I don't remember if Delta has Pratts or GEs on there, but we're going to slowly move this way, right? And we're going to pick up Hotel Lima 7640, operating as Asiana 204 Super. And if I am not mistaken, or just losing my mind or whatever it is, I could have sworn that we've already seen this flight number here today. 10 hours, 20 minutes has elapsed on this 204. They have covered 5,210 nautical miles thus far. You can hear the engines thrusting up and thrusting back. They've been cleared for takeoff there. Give me all the smoke. All 20 of those main gear touches down. And then you add 2 more up front. 22 wheels on the A380, if I'm not mistaken. 22. All right. 1,200 kilo. Delta 938 has been cleared for takeoff. I'm going to watch this and check out the A380 in the backdrop. Look at that dirty flippin' tail, guys. What in the hell, dude? Does it just seep hydraulic fluid out of the rudder or what? I have no clue. So every single one of them has that drainage happening in the back of the tail there. Gear coming up. All right, that's it. It'll be in New York City before you know it. So whilst that one was well built, conversely, with this one you never know what you're going to get, do you? Because this is a MAX 9 jet, so you never know what you're going to get in terms of quality. It sure does look good though. Alright, this one is Alaska Flight 1160 from Portland, Oregon, November 974 Alpha Kilo. It does appear to be in one piece, so I believe that deserves a round of applause if you ask me. Yeah, alright, the MAX 9 here is in one piece. And we're happy to report that it looks like it's going to make a safe landing, thereby increasing their safety statistics exponentially. Alright, and guess what? It made it down. It is still in one piece, my friends. The Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet has touchdown in one piece. Oh my lord, is that a fucking miracle. Alright, so Speedbird is not quite ready. United is directly behind it, and they've just been asked if they can take an intersection departure at taxiway Romeo there. So Speedbird here, that's Speedbird 8 Delta Sierra Heavy. That Great Britain's Sierra Tango Bravo Foxtrots. So United will line up right behind it, as this guy's not ready to go yet. What's wrong with you, Speedbird? Right, lining up behind it, it's going to be November 17355, United 2019, and they're going to be flying out to San Francisco. Is that a touchdown we're getting? Okay, so it's not their fault, it's an ATC separation. Touchdown there is 7749 Bravo from San Francisco as Southwest 3179. Righto, so Sierra Tango, or is it, who is it? Great Britain's Sierra Tango Bravo Foxtrot has just been authorized to enter the runway for lineup and wait. What they're waiting for, I don't fucking know. Maybe they're waiting for the Queen to be resurrected. I'm just kidding, guys. There's a SkyWest touching on in the background. We're not going to look at it though. That's 512 Sierra Yankee coming inbound from Vancouver. Alright, Speedbird 8 Delta Sierra, cleared for takeoff. A journey which will cover 4,741 miles, one of which has already been completed. So they only got 4,740 to go. I say they're moving very nicely, right on their way back to from whence they came. In a marvelously friendly way. Obviously, I do have quite a connection there, but that's another life. I hear some Pratt & Whitney Neo engines. All right, Delta Sierra, or Bravo Foxtrot. Let's have a go, will we? Look at the empennage dancing about with the sheer power of those engines vibrating about. Remember, 777s do not have that much wing flex as compared to the A350, the 330, or the 787. There is a little bit, but not much. Alright, piss off. No, just kidding. Take care, my friends. We love you, just not as much as Lufthansa. Look at that, I spy us a popsicle, a grey British popsicle over here. Another British popsicle. And do you know what I mean by popsicle? Because if you don't, you will soon. Who we just saw taking off there is 387 Delta November, Delta Flight 2198 to Minneapolis. Let's check out another Delta Airlines jet now on final approach here. 370 Delta November. Inbound from another Seattle inbound. Look like all day long is LA and Seattle. Whoa. That's not good. Whoever that is just got queried by air traffic control to make sure that they're on the right runway. She had them confirm that they're aligned for runway 24 right. So she might have seen something different. And that's never a good thing when the tower asks you to confirm whether you're lined up on the correct runway or not. Good for the tower, not good for the pilot. Coming down like a stone and saved last second. How did they save it? Because they didn't pull up, did they? No. They saved it by leaving the thrust in, as I spoke about earlier. You get into ground effect, you leave the thrust alone, and it will push the aircraft forward in ground effect, thereby cushioning its own fall. It's a brilliant move, actually. Got another heavy one now. November 29977, Continental registration. In the Dreamliner with a nice Boeing wing flex there. Alright, United 802 Heavy inbound from Hong Kong. You should go on YouTube and check out Well, you are on YouTube, aren't you? But you should go check out those old Kai Tak approaches into Hong Kong. They look fabulous, man, dude. I would have loved to have flown there. Alright, let's get some city backdrop. Hours, 25 minutes elapsed time from Hong Kong, covering a distance of 6,309 nautical miles. Fantastic. 4 pilot crew. Welcome home, my friends. Oh, but look at the A350 we've got coming next. The popsicle bird, I love it. And we're going to see that here very soon as they round the corner. Alright, there's VPOP, the V-Popsicle, Great Britain's Victor, Papa, Oscar, Papa. That's why it's a popsicle bird. Alright, it's not every day you see a 350, well I guess it is every day, LAX sees it, but not this lens. Places that we go. We're going to watch this through and through. Get a bit of the name there. Alright, what I'm going to look for here on this takeoff roll is I want to see zero deflection on any of the wing surfaces. Alright, zero deflection on any wing surface. That's what we're looking for. If you see an aileron move, if you see a speed brake or a spoiler rather move, and that is wrong. Only rudder and elevator control is all I want to see. Around 80 knots, you'll see the elevator come to neutral. Alright, the popsicle bird liftoff, please. There you are.
Sierra 3794, Victor, cross 24 left, got it ground.
Victor, cross 24 left over ground. Yeah, it was 3794.
Alright, Hotel Bravo, Juliet, November Bravo now. From Zurich. Ooh. Alright, you know what they did there? They let the thrust in all the way. They let the thrust in all the way basically to touchdown on that one. But they were just a little bit slow on the airspeed, so the thrust was not adequate enough to push them forward in ground effect. They were a little bit slow on the speed. And you could hear that the engines were still at approach thrust when they touched down. So a little bit low on the speed causes it to be a little bit of a firm landing. So they didn't pull back that much. They wanted to use thrust to smooth the fall there, but they were just a little bit slow on airspeed. Great Britain VMAP now. London Heathrow inbound as Virgin 141 Heavy. 350 is a Dreamliner, dude. He said A350. Nice. A350. Beijing's 2096 now. Oh no, you absolute turd bucket. Land, don't you dare turn left. You turd bucket, I command you now to turn right. Alright, that's more like it. Don't you dare start turning left on me, boy. You do as you're told. Make that right turn and come to daddy. What have we got now? I hear some engines. 369 North Bank. Operated as Delta Airlines Flight 2014 from San Antonio, Texas. Ooh, it's coming down. Nice. All right, what have we got happening over here on taxiways? Got 7.5, 7.6. I'm sorry, 7.5 in the Dreamliner apparently. Two really cool aircraft that might just make up today's grand finale. Because I've been here all bloody day. I've got hours and hours of footage. I don't know what to keep and what to delete. So we got 757-300 taking off here, alright? Or do we watch Japan's 934 Alpha take off the south side? Maybe we can get both. These guys are already here, and I think it's a better airplane compared to the Dreamliner. So we're going to stick it out here with a dirty tail, you dirty bomb girl. I'm sorry you've been cared for. Bit on the lighter side.
Cross runway 24 left and over the ground at 0.61 to go is 346.
Alright, good stuff. 537 DT, Donald Trump. Salt Lake City inbound, flight number 841. Check them out. .934 Alpha is taking off on the other side. Ooh, swing and a miss. Look at that. Nice, swing and a miss. Ah, we missed it, Japan. Japan 934 Alpha is already airborne. And they're indeed well into the haze back there. We can't look. It is almost golden hour out here, and it means it's time for me to go. Traffic's going to be horrendous, I imagine. I'm going to take a little shot of the United ramp over there. There's a good shot to leave you with. 779 UA. And I'll tell you a little bit something. I've been really keeping track of 787 774 UA, right? The oldest 777 on planet Earth that's flying and active still. But that airplane has not flown since the 12th of September. So I wonder if something happened to it. Is that aircraft finally seen its last flight? It's been flying for 30 years. So November 774 UA, this is 779, but 774 UA, where are you? What are you doing? And are you going to fly again? Because if not, that would be a sad, sad thing if they bring it to the desert to be scrapped. Right behind the airplane, you can still see a hump in terminal number 7 there. And that there is one of the oldest parts of LAX original terminals. In fact, I think that might be the only one here at LAX that still has the hump over the top of its terminal there like that. So there's another relic of this airport that would, back in the day there were 7 terminals that had the same double hump building arrangement. Terminal 3 was the last one that had it before its restructuring by Delta Airlines. So that's a cool shot right there. So you got one of the oldest 777s ever, one of them, not the, and then you got the oldest part of the original terminals at LAX, the hump there that you see at Terminal 7. All right, and one more bit of advice I will leave you with before I say goodbye is to not be stupid. Whatever you do, don't be stupid. Thanks for watching. Please consider following or subscribing. Have a fantastic rest of your day.